guys. It's like 5:30 in the morning. What time I usually get up. How we doing today? Oh, when I'm asleep, I don't really dream. I think all night. Just kind of like I do all day. Um, it's cool. Something that was really heavy on my heart this morning. Parenting. Um, Parenting's hard. When I was 18 years old, thanks to the help of my mother-in-law, Jeannie Joyce, um, she helped me. She gave me the $800 I needed to go in front of the judge and get power of attorney and guardianship of my mother. I thought she was dead. I was told she was dead. Um, but I found out later on she was alive. At 18, I became a parent to my mother. She was in a nursing home, all the way up till I was 27 when she died. Next year after that, Shelby died. But because me and Shelby were more brothers, I didn't really have a parent at home. He didn't have the ability to discipline people. And I think that was because, personal tragedies that he had as a kid that me and him talked about. You have to be careful when you're parenting what you pass on to your children. Before I got help for my disorder, I would get trapped in my mind and my imagination. I wasn't schizo or anything like that. I just had a really high active imagination. And I liked playing with people's heads. It was just entertaining. I used to get in trouble as a kid for that. People would bully me, and I would use my intellect to tear people apart. Like my first video said, little snippets of truth, just enough to make your mind spin out of control. Therapists do that. Psychologists do that. They do that to kind of trigger you, to get you to kind of say things. But that's not good to do to your kids. Tricking your kids into telling you things, or tricking your kids into doing what you think they should do is it's wrong. Not giving your kids options, it's wrong. There's some things that you tell your kids, no, you're just going to do it this way because I say, because it's for the best, but then you got to be able to explain to them why. That's why children don't respect their parents. Back in the day, before my generation even, if your parents told you to do something, you didn't question it. You had the right after you were done doing the job to be able to look at them and say, why did I do that, Paul? Papa or Nana or Dad or Mom. And mostly they would tell you. They were trying to teach you life lessons, but unfortunately got used too much over the years. And now we have a generation that just, I don't care what you say. You tell me exactly why I should do it, or I'm not going to do it. That's the mentality that we have of people today. And parents put that in. Parents have been so passive. And I'm not picking on anybody, guys. It says in the Bible, that we're supposed to be good parents. It says in the Bible that, we're not supposed to spare the rod. If we spare the rod, we spoil the child. I know people are tired of hearing that saying, but there's a reason for it. If you don't discipline your children and you don't bring them up correctly, they're going to create chaos in society. We got these people that have children that are in and out of the programs, and that's messed up that they're in and out of these programs. Like one lady at city council meeting saying that she was a former nurse and they called them three hots in a cot. That's the only reason they're there, and they're just, like a revolving door. True rehabilitation would probably help a lot of parents' kids. I'm not a drug addict, but I was labeled a drug addict because of my disorder. All I had to do was take my medicine and I went back to normal. That's the problem. People are being misidentified every single day. Either they're being misidentified as being racist, they're being misidentified as being ill, they're being misidentified as mentally unstable, they're being misidentified as a whole bunch of different stuff. That's why they have these lawsuits and all this stuff going on in the United States right now, because people are using the media and jumping guns and using fear to bully people into doing what they wanted. If you know your history, there was actually an organization that started another organization years ago, and the whole purpose of this organization was to control the outcome of the elections by controlling a certain populate. That is wrong. That's always been wrong. The media does it today. They control the outlets and what they perceive they want you to see. But so many people are getting tired of it. Like YouTube, for instance. YouTube allows people to put videos up, and they have to stay up. You know, they have to allow them to stay up if they follow their guidelines. You know, you can't. You have freedom of speech. You really do. The fact that I want to be in politics is just something I want to do my whole life. It's no gains, no reason I want to do it other than the fact I want to help people, and it's one of my life goals. The fact that I want to see my wife succeed, that's very important to me, and because your children watch you. If you're success and all you ever do is strive for success, your children are going to strive for success. Parenting is very hard. There is no right or wrong way to parent. Thinking you know better than another parent is wrong. Looking down on another parent's child because you don't think they're following your ways or they're not as Christian as you believe they should be, that's wrong. Robbing people of their future is wrong. As parents, we need to teach our kids to not judge people. As parents, we need to teach our kids to believe in diversity. As parents, we need to teach our kids to have respect for their own race, but have respect for every race. We need, as parents, to raise our kids properly so they don't go out making fools of themselves. We have a responsibility, guys. We have a responsibility to grow up and be good parents, and to show our parents thank you by raising our kids correctly. But I know this is a little off a little bit this morning, like I said, it's early in the morning. But have a blessed day, and thank you for tuning in.